Hey guys, well, the other day I made a video showing my new Spartan knife, and I was telling you guys I got the bug to collect some knives. Well, one of the knives I always wanted to collect was a Randall. When I was young, I used to look at them all the time, and it was hard to put your money down on one because a Randall knife at that time was only about $100, but then you could get a Ruger for $69, so it was always hard for me to put the money out for a Randall. And I assure you I didn't come into $1 million or something, but I just decided it's either now or never if I'm going to collect any of these knives. Randall is sort of like Harley. There's better knives out there, I'm sure, but don't tell that to a real Randall collector. He'll probably hit you in the head. But they're just part of American history, and they're still going strong. As a matter of fact, if you go through their catalog, and you can find they got the price list here, and they got their various knives and stuff, and you can find actually pretty good prices on their knives in here. A lot cheaper than you can buy them in real life. But the problem is, you have to wait. If you order a Randall today from Randall factory, it'll take you approximately 5 years to get it. And really, if you're a younger guy and you got a lot of patience, it really would pay off, because by the time you bought the knife, by the time you got it, the value would have come close to doubling. At least half again what you bought it for. Say you bought it for $400 today, by the time you got it, that knife would be worth at least between $600 and $800. So they've always been a good investment. As a matter of fact, most all Randall knives, unless you get a real specific one that might be even harder to get than others, they every 10 years they double in value, and they sell. You may say, well, I'm not paying that. Well, there's a lot of people out there that will pay for them. Randall became real famous. He started making knives a long time ago. I'm not going to go into all the history of it, because first off, I wouldn't want somebody that knows Randall's coming over here and telling me what an idiot I am about Randall, because these people really take their knives serious. But basically, in World War II, he became real famous, and a lot of famous people, including Ronald Reagan, carried his knife during the war. And after the war, a lot of hunters and people that just like to collect, like myself, bought his knives. And so he opened a business, and they use a 17-step process to make their custom knives, and it takes approximately 8 hours to make one of these knives. So really, if you think about it, $300, $400, $500 for a knife if it takes 8 hours to make. And don't forget to include this beautiful sheath, Sullivan sheath. And another gentleman took over, and his name actually escapes me right now, but he's taken over the Sullivan Sheath Company. But these are the sheaths, and these sheaths, I see them on eBay. There'll be special sheaths made from certain years, and they go for hundreds if not thousands of dollars. The knife I'm about to show you, if you get a Vietnam era one, it starts off at $1,200 and just goes rockets on up. But anyway, I wanted to show you this knife. This is one of the ones I always wanted, and that's the Model 18. It's their attack survival knife. And get it up close here so you can see it. You can see the Randall markings. This particular knife is 01 carbon steel. Give you a good look at that knife. This particular knife is 7.5-inch blade. They come in a 5.5-inch blade and you can get the handle knurled where they'll have cut right into the metal, so you'll have a better grip. I went for the smooth grip. If I was going to carry it, I'd probably put paracord on here. Maybe someday I will. And then you got your brass hilt, and this knife is sharpened on the top also, and the bottom, of course, and it is very sharp. And right now I've got a skull crusher on it. I bought that separately. Man had it for sale and I bought it, and they come off, and that's why it's a survival knife, because you can put stuff in there, and as you see, it's got a little washer on there, and it makes it waterproof. And inside here is this is the one with the compass. It's got a small compass in here, and I've been checking it out. It's pretty accurate. And as you can see, this part is pointy. Then I've got this one. That's got a temperature, and on the other side, that's got the compass, I'm sorry, and then on this side it's got the temperature. And I got it in Fahrenheit. They make them in Celsius. And so that's another top you can put on it. And here's the original top, just a brass cap that I got with it when I purchased the knife. So I just wanted to give you a quick look at this knife. These were actually developed by a doctor in Vietnam, and Bo, they also come, matter of fact, a lot of them you'll see they're cut in here like that with a jagged edge for cutting on the top, and I preferred not to get that on mine. But when they designed it, they put that on the top, and this officer, he was a doctor, like I say, in Vietnam, he told him what he wanted, and Bo and his son finally got together. Their biggest part was putting the serrations in the top. They couldn't figure out how to do it, but he finally figured out how to do it, and he took a garbage can lid and cut it. And he sent the knife to the guy for free and told him, I hope this is what you were looking for. If you could find that knife today, God knows what that thing would be worth. I don't know where it is. I've tried to find out if anybody knew. If anybody did hear where it is, I'd love to know. It might have got lost a long time ago, I don't know. But it'd be worth a small fortune. And I think these knives went at that time in Vietnam era, right after Vietnam, for, I know, under $50. They're not selling for that anymore. So I just wanted to give you a quick look, guys, on this knife that I got. And like I said, I'll be showing you a few more. Some of you probably could care less about knives, but right now I'm liking them, so I figured I'd share them with you. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you later.